Well, when we talk about the numbers, Cynthia, we're talking about an increase in Toronto as well. We've got 100 cases per day over the course of the weekend. And the last time Toronto was there was the beginning of June as well. Then it was a downward trend and talk of reopening. The first time Toronto hit 100 cases, it was the beginning of a shutdown. As cases go up, public officials don't want to start shutting things down just yet. Instead, a stern warning and a plea to do your part again.
Keeping it safe so we don't have to go backwards requires not just leadership and rules from the Premier or the Mayor or the Medical Officer of Health or anybody in government officialdom. It requires common sense and compliance from individual people, every single one, without exception.
The most powerful weapon in the fight against COVID-19 is you, the people of Toronto. And right now, we've got to come together again, just like we did last spring.
The first time Toronto hit 100 new cases of the coronavirus was on March 17th, the day that the province declared a state of emergency. The city shut down its buildings and operations except for essential services. When asked if it could start happening again, the mayor pointed out that the city is still in its state of emergency and moves could be made if needed.
I wouldn't hesitate for a second if I got medical and scientific advice from this medical officer of health and from other people that we talk to and rely upon for advice in conjunction with the other governments to take whatever step was necessary to save lives and to protect health. That's what we did from the beginning, and it's what, of course, we will continue to do.
This year hasn't been easy. In fact, it's been tough, really tough.
The message from all politicians and health officials in the spring was stay at home. And yet, today, Mayor Tory announced Show Love TO, a program encouraging people to get out and enjoy the city with outdoor art exhibits and virtually guided strolls.
This entire program has been developed. I would say that the lead on it has in fact been taken as to what's permissible and what isn't by Public Health Toronto.
Show love to our mom and pop shops.
While keeping safety in mind, it's still a far different approach from the one used 6 months ago. Questions were also raised today about another case of a strip club in Toronto and COVID cases there. Mayor John Tory said he questions whether some businesses are open and why some businesses aren't, while Dr. Eileen de Villa also made a point of saying it's not necessarily the establishment but the type of behavior that makes the difference in these cases.